This is sickening. The Dodgers suffered one of their worst losses this season against the Toronto Blue Jays. We get into exactly what happened this afternoon at Dodger Stadium in this edition of Dodgers Digest. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you everyday Dodger content, myself and Brad J. So hit that subscribe button. But this afternoon was honestly one of the worst games I have ever witnessed as a Dodger fan when it comes to, the team losing. Sure, it was a great game if you're a neutral, but this ended up turning out to be one of the worst losses I have ever seen from the Dodgers, right? The Dodgers, they mentioned it on the broadcast today. The first time since 1982 that the Dodgers get at least 10 hits and at least 10 walks, ended up being 13 walks. And not getting the W, right? I mean, it's absolutely crazy, right? The Dodgers had 10 hits in this game and, left, 16 runners on base. I mean, I lost count after a while. I believe it was 16. But this was terrible, right? This was as bad as it gets as a baseball fan watching the Dodgers. This was really bad, right? Because the Dodgers had everything to win this game and to get their first sweep in a month, right? Haven't gotten a sweep since early July. It's August 10th, and another series the Dodgers don't get a sweep, which is a little bit concerning because you got to get some sweeps, right? You got to sweep some teams. You can't, you of course you got to win series 2 out of 3 like they just did, but I mean you're gonna have to get some 3-game sweeps. We really need a sweep against the Angels, and there's just so many angles, so much to talk about when it comes to this game. I mean, I don't even know where to start with this game. I mean, it gets pretty hard to talk about. This is definitely one of the toughest episodes for sure to record. We're going to talk more about this game tomorrow morning on the morning show, on the Monday morning live stream, myself and Brad J. It's going to be at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, so make sure to tune in. But yeah, this was really bad, right? I mean, the Dodgers in the 9th inning had a golden opportunity, and they basically blew it, right? Basically blew it. Ohtani striking out. That was heartbreaking. Just a tough loss there. And then, of course, Mookie Betts not able to, get the job done. But, I mean, it just, I mean, you could say the 9th inning was a big moment, right? The Dodgers loading the bases up and not getting anything, right? They didn't get any runs in the 9th inning, and they end up losing 5-4. But at the same time, I think what was important in this game was the bullpen, right? I mean, I think that's what we kind of have to talk about. Tyler Glasnow has another great start, really great start from Tyler. 8 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings. It's again lost in this bullpen that absolutely just has been shooting the Dodgers in the foot all season long, and that's concerning, right? Tyler Glasnow's record is still 0-1, because it's just been so many no decisions for Tyler Glasnow this season, and it's another no decision for Tyler. I mean, I just think the Dodgers bullpen really has to get better, right? Blake Trinan, Alex Vesia completely choked this afternoon. 3 home runs in the last 2 innings. Alex Vesia gives up a home run in the first pitch of the 9th, ends up being the winning home run. The bullpen has to get better, right? I mean, I think people have to understand that, right? I mean, the Dodgers last year, when they won the World Series, had, arguably one of the best bullpen performances in playoff history, right? I mean, they literally had to pitch a bullpen game in Game 4 of the NLDS to make, to force a Game 5. So, let's say the Dodgers had to do that this year. Do you feel as confident with the group of guys that they have? I don't feel as confident. I don't feel as confident this year with the Dodgers bullpen come playoff time. Even you heard Dontrelle Willis talk about it today on the post game, saying that the Dodgers against the better teams this year have been giving up a lot of home runs in the later innings, right? I mean, that's a fact. I mean, you can look up the stats. The teams, when they have been playing the good teams, right? The Toronto Blue Jays are a good baseball team. This team is, potentially going to go to the World Series. which would, of course, be historic for them. First time since '93. I know Major League Baseball would love to have a Dodgers-Blue Jays World Series. They would love that. And it could happen. I mean, we could see the Blue Jays in the World Series if the Dodgers get there, right? As the days go on, I'm starting to wonder if that's going to actually happen. But still, the Dodgers are favored to make it, right? I mean, the Dodgers are still clearly the best team in the National League. I mean, despite the issues that they have had this season, especially with the bullpen pitching and the starting pitching with the injuries and all that, they're still the best. But the bullpen is just not working right now, right? I mean, there's been games where it just is not working. Yeah, they've been blowing a lot of games. You know, Tanner Scott is on the IL right now, and you know, he's been a big part of that. But the other guys too have contributed. Basically everybody in this bullpen has had bad moments. Everybody has. Everybody. And again, it was another disastrous, you know, collapse in the later innings by the Dodgers. And, you know, of course, I think everybody is going to circle around the offense, right? Because, come on, 16 runners left on base. I mean, that's just unacceptable, right? I mean, the whole game, the Dodgers had opportunities to put this game away, to take big leads, to score more runs, and they just didn't do it. They never did it. The Dodgers never did it this afternoon. And in the ninth inning, you know, with the bases loaded, you expect the Dodgers to do a bit more. You know, especially with the batters they had coming up, and they didn't get the job done. And of course, you know, the Dodgers in the eighth inning tied the game up basically because Hoffman was a complete disaster, and somehow the Blue Jays left Hoffman in for the ninth. And yeah, he continued his very poor outing this afternoon, right? Basically walking everybody he faced. Could not find the strike zone. So the Dodgers took advantage of that. They didn't swing at bad pitches with the great offense that they are, with all the names that they got. They jumped on that right away, right? I mean, they were getting on base, and, you know, they tied the game up, right? And then, of course, had an opportunity to take the lead. And you know what happened, right? I mean, Conforto ends up popping up, which is, again, another disappointing moment for Michael Conforto with the Dodgers. It's another bad moment. Got ahead in the count, even almost got hit by a pitch a couple times that would have given the Dodgers a lead. And then, of course, pops up with 2 outs, and that's it. I mean, yeah, that was another key up bat in this game. No doubt about it. Could have took the lead going in the ninth inning. And just, I mean, we could go on for, you know, tomorrow, like I said, we're gonna go more into detail. We'll be, you know, talking to you guys as well. We always appreciate the comments and all that. But yeah, I mean, this is a really tough game to swallow. It's going to be a rough day for sure for Dodger fans around the world. And it's kind of crazy. The Dodgers have to play tomorrow, right? The Dodgers have to regroup and play a baseball game tomorrow in Anaheim. So it's like, that's what's, you know, baseball, of course, that's the way it is. But this game, you got to think it took a lot out of the Dodgers mentally. I mean, come on. This is a mentally straining game, not just as fans. Imagine playing the game. So the Dodgers, I just wonder what Dodger team we're going to see tomorrow night in a key situation with the Padres winning 2 out of 3 against the Red Sox. It's just 2 games again. And this is a, you know, a very key series. They got the Padres next weekend. I can go on and on and on. The Dodgers need W's, right? They got to start winning, you know, this week, right? They cannot lose because the Padres are playing the Giants, and the Padres could potentially tie up this lead before the series. So it's a bad time to lose. Winning today would have been great, right? A 3-game lead still, and it's not there. So just very frustrating to say the least for the Dodgers, right? But hopefully they could bounce back, and yeah, gotta keep going, right? I mean, that's the way it is as a sports fan. We've seen the Dodgers blow so many games in this fashion in the biggest moments, and it's like it just brings back memories of those playoff losses. I mean, that's kind of how I'm feeling. I wonder how are you feeling? But comment below, how are you feeling after the Dodgers? Are you worried? Are you how does everybody feel? How do the Dodger fans around the world feeling right now? Because I'm like, I can't believe it. Like I said, this is one of the worst losses I've seen in a while for the Dodgers. And yeah, just hope that tomorrow they can figure it out. Because, yeah, they need a series win. A sweep would be great against a non-playoff team in the Angels. But as always, make sure to subscribe, and let's go Dodgers.